Alizon hid her face in her mother's bosom, and Richard, who was almost equally overcome, was about to reply, when Mother Demdike broke upon them. "They will never be united," she screamed. "Never! I have said it, and my words will come true. Think'st thou a witch like thee can bless a union, Alice Nutter? Thy blessings are curses, thy wishes disappointments and despair. Thriftless love shall be Alizon's, and the grave shall be her bridal bed. The witch's daughter shall share the witch's fate." These boding words produced a terrible effect upon the hearers. "Heed her not, my sweet child. She speaks falsely," said Mistress Nutter, endeavouring to reassure her daughter; but the tone in which the words were uttered showed that she herself was greatly alarmed. "I have cursed them both, and I will curse them again," yelled Mother Demdike. "Away with the old screech owl!" cried Nicholas. "Take her to the beacon, and if she continues troublesome, hurl her into the flame." And notwithstanding the hag's struggles and imprecations, she was removed. "Whatever may betide, Alizon," cried Richard, "my life shall be devoted to you, and if you should not be mine, I will have no other bride. With your permission, madam," he added to Mistress Nutter, "I will take your daughter to Middleton, where she will find companionship and solace, I trust, in the attentions of my sister, who has the strongest affection for her." "I could wish nothing better," replied the lady. "And now, to put an end to the harrowing scene. Farewell, my child. Take her, Richard, take her," she cried, as she disengaged herself from the relaxing embrace of her daughter. "Now, Master Nowell, I am ready." "It is well, madam," he replied. "You will join the other prisoners, and we will set forth." But at this juncture a terrible shriek was heard, which drew all eyes towards the beacon. When Mother Demdike had been removed, in accordance with the squire's directions, her conduct became more violent and outrageous than ever, and those who had charge of her threatened, if she did not desist, to carry out the full instructions they had received, and cast her into the flames. The old hag defied them, and incensed them to such a degree by her violence and blasphemies, that they carried her to the very edge of the fire. At this moment the figure of a monk, in mouldering white habiliments, came from behind the beacon, and stood beside the old hag. He slowly raised his hood, and disclosed features that looked like those of the dead. "Thy hour is come, accursed woman," cried the phantom, in thrilling accents. "Thy term on earth is ended, and thou shalt be delivered to an unquenchable fire. The curse of Paslew is fulfilled upon thee, and will be fulfilled upon all thy viperous brood." "Art thou the abbot's shade?" demanded the hag. "I am thy implacable enemy," replied the phantom. "Thy judgment and thy punishment are committed to me. To the flames with her!" Such was the awe inspired by the monk, and such the authority of his tones and gesture, that the command was unhesitatingly obeyed, and the witch was cast shrieking into the fire. She was instantly swallowed up, as in a gulf of flame, which raged and roared, and shot up 100 lambent points, as if exulting in its prey. The wretched creature was seen for a moment to rise up in it, in extremity of anguish, with arms extended, and uttering a dreadful yell, but the flames wreathed round her, and she sank for ever. When these who had assisted at this fearful execution looked around for the mysterious being who had commanded it, they could nowhere behold him. Then was heard a laugh of gratified hate, such a laugh as only a demon, or one bound to a demon, can utter, and the appalled listeners looked around, and beheld Mother Chattox standing behind them. "My rival is gone," cried the hag. "I have seen the last of her. She is burnt. Ha! ha!" Further triumph was not allowed her. With one accord, and as if prompted by an irresistible impulse, the men rushed upon her, seized her, and cast her into the fire. Her wild laughter was heard for a moment above the roaring of the flames, and then ceased altogether. Again the flame shot high in the air, again roared and raged, again broke into a multitude of lambent points, after which it suddenly expired. All was darkness on the summit of Pendle Hill, and in silence and in gloom, scarcely more profound than that weighing in every breast, the melancholy troop pursued its way to Whalley. End of Chapter 17 and of the second book.